and I am here to preview Minnesota United versus Austin FC, which would be filming on the day of tonight at at a 19,000 person Allianz Field. It's also our Pride Night, which is always big, especially in June, being Pride Month. We're coming off a draw away to FC Dallas this past weekend. Our first points ever taken away to Dallas, which I take that, I take that as a positive, but I definitely think we should have won that with the amount of chances we had, especially with the two chances Reynoso had. If you're being paid that much money, I know it's kind of there are times when you don't miss, but you have to score. We're also getting Robin Lod and Yuka Raitala back. I assume, I don't know if they'll have to quarantine since Finland didn't qualify for the knockout stage as one of the best third place teams. So that's a positive that we're getting them back. Our second home game this season, we lost 1-0 to Austin. Which credit to Austin and their recruitment and scouting staff. I felt like they've took what kind of learned from what expansion sides needed. Kind of it's the defense isn't that good, the offense, and midfield feel like they've done their research and really put together a really good squad, and their coach Josh Wolf is, I think, definitely, I think this might be his first club coaching, because I think he was coaching the youth nationals, and definitely think he's good, and they're and plus they're also coming off the first ever home game, which I guess that always has but makes them play with a little bit more passion, knowing that they just opened their new stadium, even though I know some Austin fans weren't really happy because the first game played in their new stadium wasn't an Austin game, but instead the U.S. women's team played the first game there. So I think Austin coming out in 4-3-3, kind of, I think it's their thing. They have one of the best kind of defensive midfielders and Alex Ring, and their ringers was I think Cicio Dominguez, the guy they signed from America as a designated player, the guy who last time was just diving all over the place. I just thought it was it was so funny, and ironic that the week before Monday he got fined for MLS for embellishment. So let's hopefully he doesn't do that much, but I'm not anything. So for my starting 11, it all really depends on, do they give Reynoso? Do they start Reynoso or don't they start Reynoso? If they do, I think they'll go out with the 4-2-3-1. If they don't, I think they're going to go with a 4-3-3. So for my for my starting keeper, I'm going with Tyler Miller. He's definitely been great since he's been starting. But there's also the future that apparently reports that Minnesota are, like I said, in contract negotiations to extend Danes. So with having two quality MLS keepers? Do we is it worth it to have two of them, or do we maybe try to trade Tyler Miller to get some cash, get cash for next season, or so yeah. And then I'm going with a back four of Gasper, Dabasi, Boxall, and Metanair. Gasper, I've said this countless times, but he didn't start the season. But I feel like as he's as the season's going on, he's getting back to his best. Dabasi and Boxall ever since Dabasi I think was starting this season and even last season. I thought that's a really really good partnership since since we don't really know the condition of Ike Opara, which is kind of sad to see maybe how it's going. And then on the right, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Romain Mentiner. He feel like sometimes our tactics sometimes are just give it Metanair bombs up the pitch, and Metanair throws a cross in and try to get something off that cross, and feel like that's kind of our two things. And then if they do start Reynoso, I'm going with in the 4-2-3-1. I'm going with the midfield pair of Will Trapp and Asani Dotson. I definitely think Dotson is definitely claimed his place in the starting 11, and with him signing his 3-year extension, and definitely so. But if we go and Reynoso's not, I'm gonna go with the midfield trio of Ja'Cory Hayes, Will Trapp, and Asani Dotson. It's kind of a no-brainer. I thought Hayes, hashtag respect the tuck, is really really he's good, especially his how he kind of got and won the ball for. That ended up going on for Fragapane to score the goal against FC Dallas, and to get his a goal on his debut. And so if we go with the 4-2-3-1, it's a no-brainer. Fragapane on the left. I think I'm gonna give credit to Minnesota, and he looked amazing on his debut. I think they really did a good job finding kind of a Molino replacement. Plus, a goal on your debut. Is there really much more you can ask? In that center, there's only one name, Reynoso. He's kind of been at times this season, he hasn't really, but I think if he can hit the form that he was last season, I think he can become really really good. Then on the right, I am going for Nico Hansen, because I feel like he gives us maybe something a little bit more different compared to Finley, where kind of like I've said, and steal from Extra Time Podcast, kind of Finley is kind of the most predictable, I think, winger, in one of the most predictable, which I think is what he wants to do, and so I feel like giving Hansen, and with him also scoring a goal on his debut, is good. So that's how I'm going. And then up top, I'm going with Adrian Unu. I feel like that big the big name striker. Definitely feels like he needs a goal. I still really haven't seen him with Reynoso yet. So I want to see how chemistry is there, because I know like on Adrian Unu's debut when we didn't have Reynoso, I know Unu was trying to make runs, and I don't think our midfielders were kind of noticing those runs really. So hopefully, having Reynoso in there has, he notices the runs that Unu is making, and can get some goals. So with that about does it for this match preview. I will be back tonight, probably in a different setting with my instant match reaction, but make sure to like, comment your thoughts on the your prediction for the game, share, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you soon. Come on, you Loons.